the wilderness within you. The 31st day of Lent, which is the Friday of week 5. And today we have several just little Bible readings. They're all from the King James version of the Bible. The first is from Psalm 119, verse 130. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. Then from the first letter of John, the first chapter, verse 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him and declare unto you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness. Then from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, hath shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verses 1 and 4. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The first letter of John, the first chapter, verse 7. But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another. The first thing I do when I walk into the room is turn off the overhead light and switch on the smaller side lamp. The ceiling light has multiple bulbs and they all glare relentlessly, their flat and pitiless illumination carving up the room into exposed and dark. Then I light the fire in the open hearth. A dead branch, this is treasure, has fallen from the old ash tree, and we have broken it up for kindling. Wood that has died on the tree and been held in the air to season until it falls is just the best for starting a fire. The twigs we have harvested for kindling are thickly encrusted with oak moss that burns with such a sweet fragrance. We have some birch logs in the basket of firewood, which take quickly and burn bright. In no time at all, the fire is going. On the old Irish dresser, on the mantelshelf, on the hearthstone, I light short beeswax candles and a tall one made of wax dyed many colours, perfumed with essential oils. And now I turn off the electric light. So we sit in silence, Jesus and me, in firelight and candlelight. Outside, the last silver gleam of day is quietening to the heavier, sombre colours of evening's wing. The day comes down to peace, and I watch his face. I think you could never get tired of gazing at the face of Jesus. The best way to watch anybody's face, of course, is by firelight and candlelight, For these do not compete with the shining of the inner being. They let the soul light be seen. In the peace and silence of firelight, in a place where no fear is, the soul comes alive and is revealed in a person's countenance. You can look at the face of a person watching television and see it is not the same. They are taken out of themselves. The soul is no longer bedded in the socket of the living being, but displaced into the magic of the machine. And the light is blue, eerie, not friendly to the spirit. Gazing on the face of Jesus, I come home to myself. It has not been an easy day, and I reached the end of it, fraught and distracted, beset by a posse of frustrations, knocked off balance, peevish and irritable. I know what I would have done if he had not come by to spend time with me. I would have fled from my uneasy, restless mind into the prying, violent, voyeuristic world of TV drama, or gone hunting for a world to lose myself in through the labyrinthine ways of the internet, until I exhausted myself into oblivion and dropped heavy-eyed from the screen in the small hours into sleep at last. But this is better. You need darkness, of course, to see light. Here, in forgiving firelight, candlelight, that softens the edges of life and allows what doesn't matter to sink into shadow, I start to be able to perceive the shining of his Christ light. I can only say it is like music, as clear as morning dew, as refreshing to the soul as cool well water, as fragrant as roses in the dusk. How would I describe the face of Jesus? Peaceful and serious, composed, quietly intent. He isn't smiling right now, and yet his face is full of smile, the kindness, the understanding. To draw near to him and gaze upon his face is the greatest privilege human life affords. The passing years have left my mind worn out and cynical, always wary, habitually guilty and defensive, often tired, never at rest. It is with a sense of wonder that I feel the old sour dregs of disillusionment bathed free, until I am left only with knowing that I adore Jesus. His company is the dearest sweetness, the balm of my heart, letting me start again. If time and circumstances ever give you the chance to light a fire on an open hearth, to light a candle or two, And as the night wings fold around the earth, to sit down with Jesus and gaze upon his face. Oh, don't let that chance pass you by. It can heal your soul to the roots. It can change everything.